Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
Good, good.
Is it pronounced Sharon or Sharon?
Sharon,
Oh, okay, well, good to meet you, Sharon.
you too.
Hi, Levon.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to reconnect. So
It's okay. All good.
yeah, I had to reconnect again. I was on the like other computer. I couldn't hear. Y'all couldn't hear me. That's why I reconnect. So first of all, ladies, thank you so much for joining this conversation about our event next Saturday, Couples in Cahoots. That me for team are having that Saturday. I appreciate it. I'm really truly grateful for y'all getting on at short notice via Zoom. So basically, we're gonna have a short conversation about your business and why you started your business and what y'all be selling on next Saturday at our event, Couples in Cahoots. So any one of you ladies can go first.
Good, Sharon.
Okay. So, hello, everybody. I'm Sharon. I'm actually a pure romance consultant. So, I've been doing pure romance for 4 years. I absolutely love the business. In case you don't know what pure romance is, I throw fun ladies' nights and I educate women on the importance of self care, sexual wealth, wellness, and health. And I sell Bath Body Beauty and romance enhancement products. Absolutely love the products. And I absolutely love the fact that I get the opportunity to meet fun ladies and educate them. A lot of women have told me a lot of my products have, you know, changed their marriages, improved their relationships, and it's just an amazing experience to, you know, talk to different ladies, and a lot of them have has told me things that they haven't even told their OBGYN. So I think it's important that, you know, as women, we take our self-care very important. So I'm very, very passionate about, what I do. And that's about it.
Like I said, thank you so much, Sharon. I think you just said self-care is very, very important, especially for ladies and for men as well. Take care of ourselves and like to replenish ourselves because we do a lot. Sometimes we're wives or mothers, husbands, fathers, there's a time we got to take time for ourselves. And I feel that self-care is something that we should do every single day because life goes by so fast, you get burned out and then you'll not be good for yourself or the people that are around you. So I feel like you said, self-care is very essential. Also, like you said, your products sparks romance, sparks ideas, sparks creativity to you and your partner. So like I said, it's very, very essential because a lot of times couples do a lot of stuff and they're so busy trying to figure this out, figure that out, So it's very important that you take care of yourself, that you replenish and get those sparks relationship. Make sure that your person is very important to you. Reestablish the love that you have for that person because it continuously fall in love with that partner every single day. Because sometimes we might take them for granted. It's very important that we spark that chemistry, that communication, that fire to keep us that relationship strong instead of worrying about your partner maybe straying away into someone else.
Yes, I agree.
So you go ahead, Ericka.
Okay, well, thanks for having me, Levon. I am just so excited to be here and be part of next week's event. So I am Ericka Neville. Many know me as the Money Coach, and I educate families when it comes to all things financial. I keep the marriages together. I keep that line of communication open. I help couples to dream together again or take their dreams to the next level to help them to be able to achieve them. I have been a financial educator for over 20 years, and I got into the financial world after my son's father passed away. We didn't have life insurance, and I ended up filing bankruptcy. And a couple of years into my bankruptcy, and as I was thinking about it, I said, I don't want another family to have to go through this. So I started speaking to originally women in particular in regards to the importance of having life insurance, the importance of having a will. And so that is very near and dear to my heart. No one taught us about finances. And so we didn't have life insurance on his father. So it was a huge transition financially for us. And when I got Social Security survivors benefits for my son, I still didn't have the education. So I just got him whatever he wanted. And so when he turned 18, it was like, oh, hey, where'd all the money go? And so just giving that education to families when it comes to finances, having that open line of communications, because if you're coming from two different money philosophies, it can be strained on a relationship, on a marriage. And so I have that conversation with both to see what individual goals are, what their combined goals are, what the family goals are, because everybody's allowed to have their own goals. And my goal is to help all the family unit to be able to work together to reach all of their individual and family unit goals.
Thank you for sharing that testimony because a lot of people don't know why they started, and you have a reason why you started. So my question is now, are you in more demand now because of all the deaths going on in a community, or is it still the same? Are you more involved now with families now, trying to get life insurance because life happens so fast and so many murders and deaths and COVID? So are you more in demand now?
I wouldn't say more so now, like last year when it was that uncertainty, that was really when it was like on people's mind, but now it's come to a place where it's kind of normalized. Even though we are still in a pandemic. My brother passed away a few months for complications related to COVID. So I am very much aware of, we're still living in this pandemic, but we've kind of normalized it at this point. But I am still willing to man with people, not with death on their mind, but their futures on their mind. So they want to get their finances together. They want to purchase that house. They want to get married. They want to come back together when it comes to building up their credit. So all of the things of moving forward in their lives versus kind of looking at where we're going to die, because I tell people nobody's getting out of this thing alive. So we want to make sure that we're doing whatever it is that we can. So not only preparing for the future, but also living today. And whether that is helping somebody to budget or somebody to get out of debt, or even that life insurance or planning for retirement, I'm able to just walk through all of those different combinations and even talk to families as well.
Yeah, and I feel that's very important because a lot of families finances is one of the biggest struggles within couples. Where you're married, you're dating or engaged, and it's a task. It's a task to manage your finances, and you gotta know what the difference between a need and a want. A lot of times we want so many things, but we don't think on the need that we need at that time. We think about, for example, like getting Air Jordans, but instead you got to pay that light bill. It's about putting priorities in place, thinking about what's the need and a want, and also learn about savings to save your money. Because something can happen. Like earlier this year, the unexpected flood happened in our city. It was going to rain, then it was going to just rain, but a flood happened. People were displaced. People lost homes and cars, and now people didn't have a savings. It was so unexpected on the city. People had to start over again without no money, without no loans, and then get help. So we had to prepare for a rainy day or a snowy day, because snow does happen. There are storms. Snowstorms do happen. Like power goes out. Or like the wind go out, might break a window, might break a car. So you gotta have backup money in place for things like that. But also you want to save too. You want to go vacations. You want to do a party or something. Like you said, so Shawan said, go take care of yourself. You don't want to pamp yourself up. You want to take care of yourself. So it's very important that we have money for a rainy day or for a sunny day. So I think that's very, very important. So. Ladies, so next Saturday, can you tell us what you will be there selling an event that Saturday? We're offering to the couples at the event on that Saturday.
Well, next Saturday, as I said, I'm going to be talking about the money moon. So that is when the wedding is over, what happens next when it comes to finances and just that educational piece. So I'm there to answer any questions. And also, if anybody just really had any questions in regards to finances and how do you really bring those two into one when it comes to that. Of course, it's not going to be that whole conversation right there. But I'm there to just enjoy the day, have some fun, and just let people know that, as you mentioned, finances can be the number one cause. It's up there with the number one reasons. I guess there can only be one number one reason, right? So it's in the top reasons of why relationships fail. And that's just having that open, honest conversation when it comes to money and purchases that we make, and whether it's in the house or personal. Do you have an allowance? Don't you have an allowance? So it'll just be fun to have those conversations with people to see where people are at and just to get the word out when it comes to finances.
Hey everybody, so I'm definitely gonna have product on hand for people to purchase that day, as well as you can shop my website. And I'm also available like for consultations and stuff like that. If people have any questions about any of the products or need any recommendations, I got y'all covered.
So when the money is right, Sharron's products really come into play.
Definitely. Yep. And also, there is also, opportunity for business too. Like if anybody's interested in becoming a consultant to, the holidays are coming up and you can save some extra money, just by having a website. You can send to your friends and family to purchase just about everything. We have so many different products. Even grandmom can use some of our products. So definitely you can get some of your shopping done at the event.
Well, there you have it. That's the ladies just said it there. They'll be there answering questions, gain perspective from you, the couples who will plan to be there. So one more thing before we go. We have two more questions. Because I probably know fits my wife very well. So why did y'all decide to say yes to the event? Why you decided yes to support us in this event? So we want people to know why. Yeah, why you decided to say yes, I want to be part of this.
Well, part of my ministry is when it comes to finances, as I mentioned, is in the family unit. It's just making sure that people are educated. And I just love playing games. I love cahoots as well. And so, just like with the Romans 12:2, it's just a transformed mind when it comes to the family unit and the finances and how we don't really understand the impact that finances will have on a family unit. And so I just think that is, and how also we have to have fun as a couple. And so those are just things that I really loved about the event was going on next week and what you two have put together. So that's why I wanted to be a part of it.
So why I wanted to be a part of it is because most of my work typically is with the women, at parties and things like that. And a lot of the men don't get the opportunity to find out, what type of products I have. Most of them just assume the products that I have and you're like afraid. So I think it's going to be a good opportunity to, educate the men as well, because I think it's important to, close that gap. The women know some of the things, they try to talk to their husband about it. But, it'll be a good opportunity to show, showcase all the different products that we have and how, it can help enhance the relationship.
Like I said, thank you so much for inspiring the Yes to Fatima invitation for y'all to be vendors for our first event. We are greatly appreciate it. This will be our first of many events. And like I mentioned earlier on my radio show, we do have free tickets available. So if you know any couples that you know that are married, dating, engaged, or courting that want to go to the event for free, please let me and Fatima know. So if you know anyone that's married right now, that's dating, that want to go, that may not have the funds to go, we do have free tickets available. So that's why I asked y'all two first, because y'all here, there's an invite on short notice, and I again sincerely appreciate the both of you for doing this platform, promote this event, talk about your businesses and where you're gonna be there, talking about next Saturday. I am so highly grateful and appreciative of both of you. Thank y'all so much.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Thank you.
And like I said, y'all, for this, thank y'all so much. These things will be here next Saturday for Couples and Cahoots, 800 West Allen Avenue. But that's a ballroom beginning at 1 p.m. sharp. You can see Per Romance and the Money Moon, Ericka Neville, doing their thing at this event. Come with questions, there's some things you may not know or might need more enlightenment on. So come with questions, meet these great women. They are doing it in the city of Philadelphia. They're here to help you. They're here to help you and enhance your finances or enhance your love life or both. So thank y'all so much for being part of Roman Troll to Experience Radio Show. I'll be so honored to meet y'all in person next Saturday. All right, so thank y'all so much.
Welcome, and thank you, Levon.
All right, have a good one, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.